Self you are calling. I hope you are understanding the concept of what? Self. So see students, actually I need not to tell you these many ways. Actually I can say one way and I can say it is over. This one. This also I said. This I will tell you. This also done now. I hope you are following that. Self dot. Calling with respect to what? Self dot. Able to get it or not? Yes. Now students, online students, and don't feel that this is in different color. Nothing to worry about it. I called with respect to object. That object is present in self. That object is present in self. You are calling self dot. It's not only there you can call students. You can call just before printing. Just before printing also you can call. Just before printing also you can call here. Just before printing. Here you can call. Here you can call. Are you able to follow? You can call here also like this. Try to run this once and see this now. I'm saying that 1000. So I'm saying con. I say 33.33 and you got getting the perfect out. Able to follow? Now. So Azizuddin Khan is asking in display student data. Now I'm going to take up the doubt on the screen where everybody can see. In display student data, can we write self dot get CRS in place of student dot CRS? That only I wrote it now. That only I wrote it. That only I wrote it, my dear student. Self dot, self dot. I wrote it. So what is the doubt? In place of in student data, in place of can we write this one in place of student dot CRS? This you cannot write it. Here you cannot write it. Why? We are not returning the value now. Are we returning the value here? Are we returning the value? No. Suppose if you call that, if we call it, you will be getting none. None as a result will come. None as a result. So say this is a bracket. See the answer now. Say 100 here. Here we are here. One point like that. What is coming here? None. None means what? Not returning the value. These are all very simple. Now to return the data, what do you say? Return. What is this now? Student dot CRS. Perfect. Now say here 1000. Let's say KVR. 11.11. Am I getting? Am I getting student course Python or not? Earlier we got it what? None. Now you got it. I think, my dear student, Azizuddin Khan, you might understand this example. So finally, I'm going to take up the same mechanism. Self.crs only. Self.crs only you take it. Student.crs. The student.crs is coming like this. Azizuddin, I hope you might understood this example. Understood, students? How I called with self dot. Now, last and final, we'll go for what? Object name through I want to call. Object name through I will call it. By using object name, I am going to take up. Class level method example 6.py. This is called 5. 6.py I am going to take up. 6.py. 6.py. Students, observe it. Now I'll carry this entire thing and try to paste it. 6.py. There I'm going to take up. This you don't write it here. This you don't write it here. Written like this. Coming to this place. Now, before displaying, you try to call it. Which methods I need to call? Suppose if I run my example, CRS error will come. Unwrite ROM. I say 23.45. You got an error. Only student details are coming, but other things are not coming. So how do you do then? Come on. How do you do then? In this place, before displaying the data, before displaying the data, or when the object is created, it is your own choice of it. You can call which methods? These methods. Which methods? These methods you can call. Call this method. How do you call this method? With respect to object name. Yes or dot. What? Get CRS. What is this now? Calling in calling which level method? Class level method. Class level method with respect to what name? Object name. Beautiful. Object name. So, Dhirendra Kumar, static method, class level method. So, you are going out of order. With respect to what name you called? Object name. Try to run this now. Perfect. Dhirendra Kumar. Now I am writing some 11.11. So, the answer is called what? Having an error called what? Student has no attribute called what? ADDR. Line number 23, line number 30. What is the problem there? Get, not like get CRS. Get a CRS. Right. Get a CRS, if I call it, get a CRS, we are calling. Get a ADDR, I must call. So that you will be getting get a CRS. Careful. If I call get CRS, what is coming only? CRS only will come. Which one is not coming? If I call get a ADDR, get ADDR internally calling what? Get CRS. This also will be called. So that I am getting the data members perfectly. Try to run it. Nothing problem now. Say here, Dhirendra Kumar. So I'm saying that. So say something like 1.1. So got the data like this. Are you following me? This is about calling. Which method? Which method is called here? Come on, quickly. Static method. These are the static method illustration. Any kind of class level data members you like it, you can keep it. These many number of methods are available under static. In further static methods also, I will tell you that. Nothing to feel that. So these many syntaxes don't get confused. One by one, I am writing in different places. So, uh, class level method or static method, can we say, sir? When we say the same thing, when we say the same thing, there is a Java terminology. Python contains how many methods? Three methods. But class level method is completely different from static method in Python. In Java programming, both of them are treated same. But in this case, this is completely different. I hope you are following. Virendra Kumar. Now I am going to enter into the one more kind of methodology. What is the next method? What is CLS? You tell me first of all. I will carry this self. Concept question, students. CLS is one of the implicit object. It contains class name, current class name, current class name. Very, very important. Object contains self contains what? Address of current object. But here it is containing what? Contains current class name will present in where? CLS. CLS, CLS, see students, always to be used as what? First a formal parameter in which method? Class level method. Class level method. Since CLS is a formal parameter, so that it can access inside the corresponding class level method only. Class level method only. Class level method only. I'm writing here class level method only, but not possible to access in other part of the program. I think you are following me. This is about which concept? CLS. Very, very important concept it is. Now I'm going to enter into where? Static method. Let us enter into the static method. Easy. And a class level method, static method, don't get any confused. It is very, very easy. I say one simple thing for blind rule for you to understand. All the students do the operations are called instance method. A faculty doing the operations for that student only who are available in that particular class. It is called what? Common operation. There is one more kind of method. What is that method name called? Static method. What is the use of static method? That I am going to write it. Suppose, for example, there is a concept called, okay, I will explain that. First, a situation I will explain, then I'll write the first point. Second, syntax. Third, how to access. Then, how to access. All those things I will explain. Let us go to the example first. I'll go to this place. Class level method is completed. Static method, I will take it. Static method example, I'm going to take up. See, students, static method example 1.py. Static method example 1.py. Program for demonstrating program for demonstrating static method. Very, very important. See, students, I'll take a class student. Pass. I'll take a class employee. I'll take a class teacher. I'll take a class teacher, and say pass. How many classes I'm having? Three classes I'm having. So three classes means number of different classes are available. For this class, I want to do one common operation, not a class level common operation, not class related common operation. For all the classes, common operation of my project. That is called what? A common operation for all objects, for all objects of what? Same class. That is called what? Class level method. Common operation for all the objects of each classes. Different classes. Different classes. That time I'll go for what? Static method. There is a close relationship is available, but that is not a close relationship. There is a lot of differences available. Are you able to follow? I will take up an example so that you will follow. See, students, DEF get the STUD data. Get the STUD data instance method. Self.SNO is equal to int of input of enter student number. Student number. Now I will take it. Self dot name I will take it. Self dot name I will take it. Name. I am taking name here. I say it is called since it is a name. I'll take like that. Self dot what marks I will take it. But I'm going to take it. Marks also you try to paste it. Marks also try to paste it. Float I am writing. Float. Enter student marks I am going to say. Student marks. Student name. This is called what? Student name. Name. This is number of course. Student marks. Self dot what? Marks. Self dot marks I will write it. These are related to reading. See students, go to employee related also. There I am trying to take. See carefully. DEF, get employee data. Get employee data. Employee number, employee name, and then cell. And then cell. Here number, employee number. I'll write it. Carefully follow. I will take it employee name. I'll take it employee salary. Employee salary. This is called data members. Next, I'll take it student. Teacher, I will take it. What I am doing there? See, Enter teacher data. Get teacher data. Teacher data. Teacher number. Teacher number. Enter teacher number. Enter teacher name. Teacher name. Enter teacher subject. Teacher subject. Of course, I need to take care about the typecasting mechanism, students. I'll adjust it. I'll do the changes. Name. Name is written. Next, I'll write it is equal to I need to write. So next time writing self dot what something like experience is equal to. I'll take it int of or float of whatever you like it. This is teacher experience I'm taking. So finally, students, I have three classes. Three different getters are available. Getters. Three different getters are available. I wrote it everything perfect. Now follow me. So main program I am going to write it. Main program. So what I will create? Student object I'll create, employee object I'll create, teacher object also I'll create. How do I create? T is equal to or S is equal to student of. E is equal to employee of. Employee of. Teacher is equal to T is equal to teacher of. Teacher of. Above also student of. What is the content of all of them? Come on. Yes or dot underscore underscore dict. For your understanding, I am taking students. S a dot. S a dot. Sorry. S a dot. Underscore underscore dict. I am writing. Comma. E dot underscore underscore dict. Comma. T dot underscore underscore dict. T dot underscore underscore what? Dict. T dot underscore underscore dict. Like this. If I run my example, you'll be getting empties. Three empty objects are getting. Are you following, students? Getting or not? Now I want to go for getting the data. How do you get the data? If you want to leave it, leave that part. What I can do? Call this method separately. Call this method separately. Call this method separately. Are you able to follow? How do you do this now? Come on, call it. These are the methods. Which type of methods? Instance methods. Call the method. Yes or dot what? Get student. Get student. Now I'm writing one small line of control. Here I'm writing e dot get a emp details. Next, what I'm writing? Next, I will write print of. Print of. Here I'm writing like this. Here I'm writing like this. What is that now? T dot get a teacher data. After that, you try to see this data, students. This data you see. This is empty. Here full of values will be coming. Try to run this. See 10 RS. So some 11.11. Say some 20 PR. Say some 2.3 and say some 30 KVR. Now I say something like subject is Python. Subject is Python. 10 I wrote it. What is happening, students? You carefully observe it more. This is the first object we got it. It is one dictionary. Second object got it. One more dictionary. This is the third object got it. Another dictionary is going to come. Another dictionary is going to come. I think you are following me. Able to follow, students? Now, how you can go for that? How you can go for displaying the data? How to display the data? This is only for your testing purpose. I wrote it. How do you go for displaying the data? That is my question mark. To display the data, what you will write, students? As a part of that, what you will do? DEF. What should I do? Tell me. What should I do? If you are not saying waste your. So class level data member 6, I will write it. This type of information, I will print it. Here I will write it. In place of that, I will write it. DEF. DEF. Get what data? STUD data. STUD data. This part, separate function I need to write for this area. Perfect. Got it. Get student data. What is this now? Display student data. Display student data. I hope you are displaying. This you try to remove students. Now you are getting this data. Are you able to follow? Next, this is for what data? Student data. How many lines? I almost write so many lines. For employee is also concerned. Same thing I must write it. Same to same I must write it. Here also I must write the same to same. What I need to write there? What I need to write there? Here I am writing. Employee details I need to write it. Employee details I am writing. Employee number I am writing. Employee number I am writing. Next I am writing employee name I am writing. And next employee salary I am writing. Employee salary I am writing. And then I will change this data. What is the data to change? ENO, name, name. And next is what? Sal. Return students. And you observe it. Here I wrote separate lines for display. Here I wrote separately. That is written here. Now here I wrote separately. Here also teacher data also I need to write separately or not? Is it not our waste of time? So if I have 100 objects are there, if I have 100 objects data, anyhow you read the data, you read the data by using what concept? Get methods. But to display the data, we are using what? Display data instance method. That is giving perfect answer. But we don't want to go for what? Display data to be written how many times? 3 times. I don't want right. I don't want write teacher one display method, display data one teacher method. Again display data. I don't want write these many times. How many times I want write? Only one time. That is the beauty of each method. Static method. Don't write that method. Don't write this method. Write how many times? Only one time. How to write it? Now I'm going to take up. How to write it? Now I'm going to take up. A beautiful example I'm going to give you. Try to follow. Here are students. Take care. Now I'm introducing. Did you understand first of all the point? What is the point? To display the data of student, I need to write a separate method. To display the employee data, I need to write a separate method. To display the teacher data, I need to write a separate method. But today I want to do what? One method should display everything. One method should display everything. Suppose now take it. Class. Now I'm taking class Hyderabad. It is one class. It is one class. What I'm defining, I want to take a method. See, students, I'm writing English. I want to take a method which will display all objects of any class. All objects of any class is called what? Universal operation. Not only student object, not only employee object, not only teacher object. Any employee data it can move. That is going to be called done by what? Static method. Dhirendra Kumar, I think you are understanding this example. Even others also might be you got it. I want to display the object data of any class. I want to go for it. How do you define for that also? There is a decorator. What is the decorator now? Static method. Static method. Static method of DEF. What is this now? Display. What data? Object data. It never takes any parameter. No CLS automatically. No self is coming automatically. I will write something after 1 minute. Don't worry. First of all, did you understand this? This is meant for which purpose? Universal operations for any object of the class. That is the meaning of what? Static method. Best example, student. In my laptop, there is a calculator is available. Go to this once. Cals calculator, you take it. This calculator I'm taking. For example, you take it. This calculator, who will use? I can use. As a teacher, I can use. As a teacher, I can use. As an admin, they can use. As an admin, they can use. As a software engineer, they can use. As a team leader, they can use. As a layman, also can use. So, calculator app is what app? Static app. Static app, which is providing the functionality to every person. To every person, it is providing the application. It is providing the answers for it. It is the best example for understanding what method? Static method. So today I'm writing what here? Hmm. Which method? Static method. Which will display what result? Any object class data. Student object data, it can display. Employee object data, I can display. Teacher object data also it can display. By what method? Static method. Which is present in which class? HYD class. Come to the point back. Here I'm going to say students. Here I'm going to write it. What is that now? Yes or dot. Something like. What is the method name here? Static method. All the static methods in Python must be called with respect to class name. What is the class name now? HYD dot. Come on. Display object data. This is called which method? Calling. Hmm. Static method with respect to class name. Class name. I hope you are following. Go to HYD class looking for what? HYD. Looking for the method called display object data. So display object data is telling to the method you bring some information. Which information I want to read out, students? Yes, sir. Yes data you read with respect to yes dot get data or not? Pass that S as a parameter. Very other class objects as a parameter that will take. Other class objects as a parameter that will take. That time what will happen? That time what will happen? It go to HYD class and looking for what? Display object data. Here I need to take S related one object. I will take it. Object data. I will take it. What is an object data? After all, one positional parameter. Yes data present in where? Object data. Remove the pass and then print now. Print. How do I print? Come on. Object content is equal to what? OBJ data. I mean, when I am passing HYD dot display object data, the S value, the S object data sent to whom? Object data. I think you are following me. So, how we called this method with respect to class name? I have wrote in separate class. You can write it in same class also, no problem. But static methods are supposed to be available in separately because they are providing the operation for all the classes. Come on now, you execute it and then see this scenario. You see the beautiful output. And first of all, you see the output here inside of which method? Inside of which method? Static method. Inside of static method. You try to run this now. You say this now 100 RS, say some 12.34, employee number 2000, some ROM, and say some salary called 3.4.5, and a number is called 300. Say here KV, and say Python, and say 10. See, students, it is printing total content in the form of what? In the form of memory address, it is printed. Come on, you already know that. How do you know how do you print the data of any object in our Python? How do you print its content? How do you print its content? You cannot say because you are out of order, Ghazni, number one. So underscore dict, underscore dict. You are Ghazni, I know that. So 10 ABC, even my hands are paining by entering the input again and again. 20, but you will not remember. So 56. Teacher number 30. Now say the teacher name. I say here subject is Python and next is called experience is 20. Now got the data. Which object data I passed it? Student data. See students, even though today I'm not feeling well, I'm feeling cold and cough and little feverish, still I came to the class. I can simply say class cancelled. I can put a message, class will cancel. But I never cancelled the class all of a sudden. Did I cancel any time? Cancelled? No, it's against to my property. Against to my property. So that I did not cancel it. Still, I'm not feeling well. Still, cough and cold. Still, I go to the class as a regular routine only. I keep my class. So go to this. But that's why you try to go for always. Remember, first of all. So, students, mm, now I'm going to enter into this data. Go to this place. Again, you go to this place and try to go to the place here. Not data you set. Now you pass next also what? Other kind of things also you pass it. What is the other kind of thing? Pass what here? E. Pass what next year? T. What is the E? What is the SET called? Other object data members taken by the method called display data. This is called a universal helper. Universal helper is called a static method. Universal operation is just called utility operations. General operations we can call. So I'm going to take like this. You try to run if you want. If you want, you can run 10 ABC, some 3.4, some data you enter, some 20, some XYZ, and some 2.3, and something like, 30, say caviar. Now I'm saying something like this. Now I'm saying like this. Subject, okay, by mistake I enter 11. Experience, I will enter 11 here. You got the data as it is. Three different objects printed or not? Got it or not? Now I want to print the data. How to print the data? In a systematical, I want to print my data. How do I print the data? See, I am writing 50. I am writing 50. Print of. I'm writing there. Object information. Object information. Dot format of. I want to send employee information, student information, teacher information. I want to print it. For that, what I will do? Along with yes, sir. What is yes, sir? What is this yes, sir? Student. What is this E? Employee. What is this T? Teacher. Teacher. Simple. And now how many things I'm passing? Two things I'm passing as a parameter. Already you are using OBJ data. What you will use? OBJ, OBJ info. What is OBJ info? Is a parameter which is holding what data? Student, employee, teacher data. And any of that is object data hold by what? OBJ. So you will write it. OBJ info, you will write it. Then at the same time you close this. Then at the same time you close it. Now I'm writing what? Tell me. Now I need to print my data. How do I print my data? Let me go for the previous example, students. Class level, class method, class method. Where is it? Fine. I'll print this data, student, number, name, and all those things. I'll print it. That you try to. How do you print this data? Tell me now. Of course, not like that. You need to print. Come on, how do you print? For 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 already you lost your things. Where I taught you already. Instance data member example 3.py. Instance data member example 3.py. Dict dot what items? Items and print this data. Same to same I will carry. How do you write it? For key comma value pair in where obj data underscore dot dict dot items. Items. Print the data. Print the data. This is the value printed and this is a value printed. Dot format of what? K comma V. K comma V. Beautiful. So there I am writing end of it. I just want to say something like say 40, 50 or 40, whatever you like it. 50. So what is this print off? Print off, I say. This is the point. Try to run it. And of course, you are understanding. I'm not only passing the object name, I'm passing what is the descriptive purpose I'm saying that. You see, only one time is written. Instead of writing three, four times, I written one time only. Student number is called this one, Likit, Likit Kumar. So say something like 55.55. So student employee number is called something like 1000. Say something like Raj. Say something like 3.4. Teacher number is called 2000 and a teacher name is called KVR. Teacher subject is called Python and a teacher experience is called 11. See students, I got it. Student information because of information is passed, number, name and etc. Employee object data, it is displayed and the teacher object data information that also displayed. I hope students, this is more clear for you about what? Come on, which method? Static method. Online students, static method is clear. This is I'm calling with respect to what name? What name? Class name. So here I am writing calling static methods. Static method of a class. Class. This is about one thing. Online students, is it clear? Is this concept is clear? Let us go to the one more example. How you can call the static method also. I'm just trying to say here. If you follow me, it's well and good. If you don't follow, we can't do anything else at this stage. Coming to this place, students, observe it. Now I'm going to say 2.py. Beautiful. Now I'm going to say, here I'm writing h is equal to what you know, hyd of what I'm trying to call here, h. H I am calling. How I am calling the static method with respect to the object of any class, of any class. Are you able to follow? Called with respect to what name? Come on. Object name. Called with respect to object name. Calling with respect to object name. Beautiful. Try to run this now. Say something like 1000, some capital A, some 12.34, 2000, some capital B, some 23.45, some 3000, some 3000. Teacher name is called some Z. So subject is called Java and a 20. And see this data. You are getting A data and B data and C Z data. Now I got this information now. This I called with respect to what name here? Object name. Students, clear? Online students. If you still follow, look at. I'm going to take up. So simple. Carry this. Here I'm going to do. In this case, I'm going to say 3 dot what? Py. 3 dot py. Carry this example, students. Carry this example. There I'm trying to copy this entire thing. Try to paste it here. How I am calling with respect to here? Object name. Here, students, if you follow me, dear students, in the HYD class, I'm defining one class level method. And today I'm telling about how to call the static method with respect to class level method. CLS keyword I want to call. Class level method, class method. There I am writing DEF, get object data, get object data of CLS, comma, obj info, obj info, dot pass I will say. Here, calling which level method? Class level method I will call. What is the class level method? HYD. I'll try to call it. I'll try to call it this entire thing. This entire thing I will call it. How do you call this now? With respect to class name, I will call. I'll just go there, students, once and I will show you that how to call it. There I'm writing function name is what? Get object data. This I don't write it. Class level. Class level method calling with respect to what name? Class name. Class name. I'm calling with respect to what name? class name. What I am passing there, you are passing student, etc. Obj info, get the object data, get the object data. Here I am taking something like obj info. CLS, this you try to, don't try to pass this. Don't try to pass this. Don't try to pass. Here I am going to take up one thing, students. Yeah, let it be. Keep it. Keep that objects. Keep that object. Along with the self, what do you need to write? Obj data, comma. Tell me how it is working. HYD is going to CLS or not? Comma. Yes, ET going to where? Object data or not? Object data. This is student and everything going to where? Come on. Obj info. Obj info. How many parameters I am writing there? CLS, comma. Obj, obj object data, comma. And next is called what? This is called obj data. Obj data, comma what? Obj info. So your HYD will go to where? CLS. And this SET go to where? Object data. This information will go to where? Object info. How to print it? That is my task here. Now, same to same. This data, you don't do anything. You call which method? Static method. What is the static method name? Come on. I will write it simply CLS dot. You pass it. OBJ data, comma what? OBJ info. Same. How I am calling? Calling class level static method. Static method with respect to what? CLS. See how many ways I am showing. Try to run, students. Try to run. Beautiful. You said 10, capital A. 12.34, 20, capital B. 3.4, 30, capital C. Say, subject, Java, experience, 10. So you got the data perfectly. How I called? Static method. With respect to what name? With respect to what name? CLS. CLS. Are you following me? You can also call this by using what? Last and final. This is comes under 3. Last and final. 4.py I will take it. 4.py. With what I will take it? 4.py. 4.py. See, students, carry on this point. This point you carry on. Here I am going to write it. You try to paste it here. You see, you go to this place. 5.4.py. Come to this place. Here I am writing. Under HYD, I am writing DEF. Get STUD data. Get object data. Object data of what? OBJ data, comma, self, comma, I will write it. OBJ data, comma, what is this now? OBJ info. Inside of that, I need to write it. Self dot. What is the method name? What is the method name? Display object data. Of what I'll pass? OBJ data, OBJ data, comma, OBJ info, OBJ info, OBJ info, OBJ data. Indentation, indentation. Self dot. Close the bracket. 21 line. Self dot display. Yes, display. Remove the bracket. That's all. Which method it is? Instance method. Instance method. I called instance method inside the class. How I am calling? Calling which level method? Static method. With respect to what? Hmm. Self I am calling. What a beautiful subject. Here, you call. Which method you are calling now? Instance method you need to call. Create an object of HY. Call that method. Which is the method? Get the student object data. You try to paste it. You try to paste it. Now you try to paste it. So you'll get the complete data. Object I created. Calling instance method with respect to what? Object name. Same instance method. Of course, I don't know whether you are practicing or not, but don't make my efforts waste. You try to practice. Even though I said you will not practice, I know that, but no problem. But I have to tell you compulsory. Try to run this. Say some 10, some capital P. So 1.2, something like 20, or some 20, some capital Q, and what happens? Salary level I entered, wrong entered. You said 10, capital P, say here, some 2.3, number is 20, some capital Q, salary is 3.4, or marks is something, number is teacher number 30, teacher name KV, subject is Python, and something like 12, 11, 12. So you are getting the data as usual. Student, employee, everything is coming. This is related to what concept? Which concept? Static method. Static methods are doing which operation? Universal operation. How we are calling the static method? With respect to what? With respect to what name? Class name. With respect to class name, you got it. You called with respect to class name, students. So I'm trying to take this. Oops. I'm trying to take these things. And I'm trying to take these things. Static method concept, I will bring it. Static method concept, I will bring it. The static method concept. So here, under our types of methods, I'm writing it. Static methods are used for performing universal operations or utility operation. Any object data is there, it will print. Static methods definition must precede with a predefined decorator called at the rate static method, and it never takes CLS as well as what? Self, but always takes object of other classes, employee, teacher, like that. The syntax for defining static method. At the rate static method, DE of static method name, list of formal parameters and performs what operation? Utility operation, different operations it will perform. Static methods can be accessed with respect to class name, object name, CLS, self, all the ways I shown you. Is it understandable, students? This is related to concept of what? Methods is completed. Tomorrow class I will tell you the database communication, pickling concept with whoops I will tell you. Okay now? Understood? Online students, did you understand? You have to practice. Whoops is not a joke to understand. You have to practice. Okay, students, take care. And online students, today don't expect the doubt session because I am not feeling well. So doubt session I am not taking. Tomorrow I will clarify if any doubt is there. Okay, students. Today there is no doubt session. Tomorrow I will take your doubt session to you. Okay, fine.